Vocal warm-up initiated.
Testing 1, 2, 3. White Oscars.
Testes,
white
testes.
only Oscars. The Oscars are white only. Only whites for the Oscars. Am I popping my peas? Whites only at the Oscars. A perfect white Oscars. Am I popping my peas?
Perfect
white Oscars.
It's so funny to me to pronounce WH like that.
White.
My dad does that
The
kind of.
perfect, positively perfect white Oscars.
Palatable, perfect white Oscars.
White onlys. White onlys
only.
Oscars. Am I popping my peas?
And the Oscar goes to whites.
Powerful,
And the
pretty
powerful
petunias.
Petunia whites.
Patriarchy. White patriarch. My mic is down again, Dustin. I'm diming for this mic to get turned up, Dustin.
Vocal warm-up complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a headache, but I took some Advil and I'm actually feeling really good. My guests today are here in town for some sort of promotional tour. I don't understand. And they they were my neighbors in New York on 74th
In Columbus.
Street.
73rd.
73rd.
Was it 73rd?
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was so zooted. You didn't even remember which street you lived on.
So I used to, I went through a rough time in New York, and they lent me, their shopping cart. A lot of times in New York, you have to get things in really strange ways up into your apartment. And they had a grocery cart. I didn't have one at the time. Little shopping cart on rollers. So I had told them I would owe them one, and they did take that to heart.
Oh, jinx.
So anyway, they're doing a show called Oh Hello. You're doing a tour, right?
Yeah,
We're on tour now. And what it is
it's the
January 21, San Diego, the Balboa Theater.
Oh, just one show.
January 31 to
January 31 at the Wilbur Theater in Boston.
Through
Then
February.
we're doing February 1 at the Wilbur.
February.
You've memorized your show dates?
We're doing February 2 at the Wilbur.
At the Wilbur in Boston.
Then we're off.
And we're off for 2 nights.
Where's Boston?
Of no sales.
We're doing no shows on
No sales
February
and therefore no shows.
3. No shows.
Now, to be
February
clear.
4. No, excuse me.
Oh.
Let's reset. February 5. The Wilbur in Boston.
Then
we're jumping forward.
Why?
Because
You couldn't sell out shows on those dates that you're
indeed,
skipping?
there are no sales on the dates we skip.
You did advertise a show, but you had no sales.
Yes.
No, excuse me. There's who's the Rick musician is coming to the Wilbur? Isn't there somebody at the Rick musician at the Wilbur? Because we're there
Billy Gibbons.
You know what? Gibbon is a kind of monkey, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that, but I know music.
I thought you'd
And we've
been on a
lost
safari
so
before.
many. Sorry, we're on different topics. We've lost so many musicians.
But again, just to review, February 1, we're at the Wilbur.
Jan 31.
31, we're at the Wilbur. February 1, we're at the Wilbur.
You know, it's customary. I heard you said you were on some sort of promotional tour. It's customary to have the microphone away from your mouth when you take a sip of a beverage.
Well, but we have to talk so softly because
We're concerned about your head.
But it's feeling better. I did sort of announce that. But you know what? Better safe than sorry.
We normally zone out the first 10 minutes of a podcast.
You do a lot of podcasts?
We listen
to them and we zone out. We wait for the guest. I hit the 15-second forward till I get to the guest.
Well, but to be clear, Juge doesn't get podcasts. He gets a tape. We get a tape made of the podcast, the cassette tape.
Are you burping?
I'm
Yeah.
about to. I had some of this. You did this wonderful. People out there don't know about Chelsea. Chelsea will do. She'll do a seltzer with a. What is it?
Well, what you just heard was elderflower syrup,
Right.
or syrup, as some. How do you guys say it? Syrup or syrup?
Siri.
Siri. It's unusual.
Syrup, but then I talk to my phone. I go, syrup. What's sweet? So I got to flip.
It's almost unintelligible.
And I had so much bread and Diet Coke in the car, so I'm going to be burping a little. I had whole wheat bread and Diet Coke.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to float away.
Is that one of your favorite go-to snacks?
Brinberry whole wheat bread, store-bought Vaughn's, a loaf, hot Diet Coke in a car.
And what he does, he pours the Coke into the bag bread.
Yeah.
Bread absorbs it, expands, and then he just hunks them out.
So it's like a sort of like a bread pudding.
Dinosaur.
Exactly.
But a low-cal bread pudding.
Exactly.
Yeah, low calorie is the new diet.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to finish off the beverage description. Elderflower syrup mixed with a little tart cherry juice and
a flat sparkling water.
Was it flat?
We tighten our caps where we come from.
Oh, look, we have a call. Let's see.
Call from
I can't really hear.
Matt.
Oh, hello.
Who is it?
Matt.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello,
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, man.
this is Matt.
Cool.
Yeah, no doy.
Are you on Tumblr?
Right now?
No, like in general?
Yeah.
Cool.
I like to watch. Did he hang him up?
I don't know.
I
like to watch Tumblr teams, urban youths on
Exactly.
cheap mattresses,
Yeah, exactly.
flipping and spinning.
That's exactly
You
what
want
I
to
was
talk to my
saying.
daughter?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Al, say hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you're not as young as we can be
Yeah.
a very young child.
You sound a little old for this intro.
Do you do gymnastics?
What?
Do you do gymnastics?
I used to.
All right. Me too.
Me three.
I dressed as Bella Lugosi. Bella Caroli for Halloween.
We had an old Captain Kangaroo outfit that we converted to Bella Lugosi or whatever his name was.
Well, have you guys known each other? I forget.
40
Your whole
years.
40.
We
40.
met at 50? When did we meet at Columbia?
You went to Columbia?
Sure.
I went to
Sorta.
Barnard.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
I didn't go to Columbia. I was a trespasser there, though.
Oh my gosh.
Did you go to Barnard?
Yes, I did. And in fact, I don't know if you know this, but you could cross-register. If you're a Barnard student, you could take Columbia classes. So I took advantage of that in my education. I got to see guys.
Yeah.
And
You got to hang out with hunks?
yeah, I got to hang out with Columbia hunks. I didn't have to take the core curriculum, which, seemed like a bit of a nightmare.
A bit of a nightmare. But let me ask you something. You get your degree?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm going around now. We do our Oh Hello tour, and then we do these call outs
Yeah.
in urban areas, and we say you get in school, you get in there.
So, for example, we'll be in D.C.
Yeah.
Right.
and we'll be there.
We'll be at the Warner Theater.
Warner?
The Warner.
Warner. February
February
14th
14th and
February
15th.
Huh.
And we'll be doing a talk back.
Yeah.
What's that?
These talkbacks, these call-outs, they're in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, that's
11 a.m. there's a
unorthodox.
brunch, and then we just talk back at youths. We go get in school.
Is it like Scared Straight?
Yeah.
We used to do them with Dr. Alan Poissant and Kaz.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is before the events.
We're gonna continue the work. Well, this was after most of the events and during some of the events, but before recent events.
Before the most recent.
Is Cosby in jail right now?
He made bail.
He's in
he did. He was able to make it.
He was able to make bail.
But he's in a jail of gray sweatsuits.
That's got to be the hardest part for him.
I don't know. I bet things are chill at home.
Yeah, his wife
with a little
seems
peanut
very
face.
He got a peanut face. But Cosby.
I went to see him.
Yeah. I saw him 2 years ago, and I loved it so much. And
do you regret loving it now?
I feel so bad about loving it. But I loved it.
What's funny is I went and I was like, I don't get it. Because everyone was saying how much they loved it. And I'm like, I don't get it.
But I'm
feels like a guy who
I'm an establishment guy.
Oh, yeah.
So anything that's established and popular, I like.
How do you like our tone, Chelsea?
I love it. It's actually very calming.
Yeah. That's what we do. Are we popping?
Should we test the mics?
You did an interesting vocal warm-up earlier.
Pop the
white Oscars. Oscars white. And all white Oscars. Am I popping, Dustin? A perfect white Oscars. Perfectly white. Perfectly white Oscars. And the Oscar goes to whites.
So is this a new vocal warm-up? Or
That's what they do at the Kodak Theater when they warm up, when they test the mics for the Oscars. They go, a white Oscars.
Perfectly
palatable
patriarchal Oscars. A lily white, perfect Oscars.
Call from?
Alex.
Alex.
Alex, did you not remember your name?
Yeah, I did. How are you guys?
Great, Alex.
We're
How
really
are you
strong.
doing? I'm here with my old neighbors as a favor. And old neighbors is sort of a two-part meaning.
Miss P.
Chelsea Peretti
Yes.
is white enough for the Oscars.
Not really.
Alex, what's on your mind, babe?
Alex.
Alex, jam out with us. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, I want to talk about something. I want to ask you, if Hollywood is run by Jews, how come no leading people look Jewish at all?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, I don't. That's actually a really good question.
Thank you.
I would say, well, after seeing the Oscars so white hashtag over the past few days, I think people are still trying to get in touch with their Aryan roots from Germany. But I don't think that's completely right anymore at all.
You think it's partially right?
I mean, I hope not, but I mean, we should be casting like actual correct heritages and whatnot, because that'd be wrong not to. But I don't know. I mean,
well, I think they're casting them. I just think they get the no recognition.
It's a shitty world, though. Look, it's like,
If Hollywood is run by Jewish people, though, at least they're getting money for it.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
No, what happened? Did you just, Chelsea? Did you just scare?
No, but I just always, if you allow people to freely say things about Jews, it gets really shaky real fast.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
Don't I know? I have been in so many situations where people would say things to me, you Jewish mop.
They say that to you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I'll dry floors.
With your hair.
Yeah.
And I've been in the bondage community. I'm always pressing for less Nazi stuff.
Oh my God,
he's a real advocate.
You're a crusader, though, for justice.
Truly.
Yeah.
No, in that he will dress up like a crusader.
Yeah.
Alan.
Oh, I just took a call.
Alan.
Alan. Is this Alan Dershowitz?
Alan DeGeneres.
Wonderful.
Is this Alan DeGeneres? Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, hello?
Hello, there you are.
Oh, hello.
Alan?
Hi. Yes, it's me.
Is this Alan DeGeneres?
No, it's not Alan DeGeneres.
I made that joke.
That's just Chelsea's joke.
Alan, you sound so faint. I'm going to kill myself.
Sorry, I'm calling from Mexico City. Maybe I'm getting poor signal.
I hear the food's supposed to be really interesting there because of some show I saw.
Al Pastor tacos.
Al Pastor, yeah.
No,
you guys are
our
familiar,
friend
right?
Al.
I am talking to the Oh Hello boys, right?
Oh, hello.
Uh-huh.
Oh Hello.
Uh-huh.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I'm sure you are. Do you know our friend
So you guys
Al
are-
Pastor?
Of course, I live right in front of a really good taqueria. They're called.
Yeah, which
Well,
one?
we know the word taqueria.
Yeah, we live in fucking L.A. Well, I
Yeah.
do. These clowns live in New York.
We
But
live
we're
on the Upper
visiting.
West
Yeah,
Side,
passed
but-
by 100 of them.
Yeah. For some reason, LA's got lots of taquerias. That makes sense. But for some reason, LA's
I've
got a
never
ton
been
of
to LA, so I
donut
wouldn't know.
shops and places that prescribe pastrami.
Those weren't prescriptions, honey.
I thought I was prescribed pastrami.
No, that was your order. And then you get a receipt, but that's not a prescription.
I thought that was for insurance.
That's a good answer. That's a good question for callers. Is a receipt a prescription?
That's really good. Now, do you guys remember when I inadvertently went on vacation with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You all told me
Call
that
from
you had a vacation
Meredith
house.
Gate. To accept.
Meredith?
Chelsea Peretti? Hi.
Hi. So,
How, what's up?
I'm here with the El Hello. El Hello.
El hello, boys.
Ooh.
Oh, Charmado, yo soy seguro.
Down in the barrio, we're known as the Al Hello Boys.
You don't know how the Dominicans in our neighborhood called us the El Hello Boys.
But anyway, I was just remembering when I inadvertently went on vacation with them because they told me they had a vacation house.
Uh-huh.
I get there and it's a yurt,
In Southampton.
and they're both in it
Yeah.
when
Right.
I got there.
And it was a sweat yurt.
It was a sweat yurt. It was just a
Were you
real.
wearing sweatshirts in the sweat yurt?
Yeah, there's so many hot rocks, and we're in these awful Russell sweatsuits.
And
And
these
we
the
were
hot
running-
rocks should be labeled.
I know, but we were running a business where we were drying other people's socks.
And then I like to pour water on hot rocks and pretend I'm a caveman scientist. And then the yurt would fill with steam. And Chelsea,
Did not.
well, she'd been sold a bill of goods that there was this big house in Southampton, and it was a yurt.
And why did you do that?
Why would we trick a woman?
Yeah.
Eh,
Does your mind sort of like how does your mind explain that to itself?
like, oh, this would be a fun game. A lie, you know?
Do you think you guys lie a lot?
We lie around in yurts.
I'll answer that. I lie constantly.
I rely on my friend George to tell lies.
Yeah, I've alibied him. I call it because they're lies, the alibis. He was there.
I really honestly think this mic might really stink.
Like smell bad? Mike smell bad often.
How many women have you trapped in your vacation yurt?
Everyone's free to go. I mean, they're intimidated, but everyone's free to go. If they can get transportation, if they know where they are, they're
Yeah, it's
free to
hard.
go.
There's no signal out there.
It was the Hamptons, though.
Did you see that movie? What's that movie called where all the boys are in the house?
Pet Cemetery.
No, the Red Pack. What is it called?
All the boys are in the house.
Well,
Pet Cemetery.
What's Pet Cemetery is? No, Pet Cemetery is all those kooky dogs.
Yeah, no, Wolf Pack. The Wolf Pack. We do that with women in the yurt.
Hello?
Is your voice real?
Yeah,
Is it bass heavy or something? I feel like you sound like a...
maybe.
Helicopter.
It's a bad connection.
Forget it.
Chelsea, I love how quick you are to get rid of a call.
Look, I don't want to put the listeners through it.
If only I could do that with the tax collectors.
Very good, very good.
You guys want to do a food test on the show? This is a big part of the show. I do food tests with callers. I say a food, you say if it's bad or good. I tell you if you're right or wrong.
Great.
Sure.
Bialys.
Good.
Good.
Correct. Whitefish.
Smoked or whole?
Yeah, smoked.
Oh, delicious.
Pro.
Right. What if it was whole whitefish?
I'm not interested. I like a smoked whitefish.
You don't have to get angry at me.
I'm not angry. I'm just trying to understand. Why would you not smoke a whitefish?
Wait.
A whitefish Oscars.
White.
Do we think the Oscars are too whitefish this year?
Things a bagel says.
Hashtag things a bagel says. Send your hashtags to
Via mail.
Okay.
Chelsea Peretti's email.
Food test raisins.
Bad.
Fun.
Anti.
Wrong. They're pretty good sometimes.
What about dried cranberry v raisin?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I don't like dried cranberry, but I'll tell you what I do
Really?
like. Dried tart cherries are incredible.
Those are very good.
Very
I like-
good.
Yeah.
Those get Gil's sugary too high, though.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have
they
diabetes?
might-
He has diabetics.
Spike and I get out of control.
Did you read the book Dianetics?
Yeah, that's what he
That's-
has. He has
that's what-
Dianetics.
I have Dianetics.
Oh my god.
Haven't cracked it, though.
Oh
We
my
keep it
God.
on the shelf.
That's not treatable, I
Haven't
don't
cracked
think.
it.
Unless you talk to Leah
Tim Cruise
Leah
has.
Remini.
Call from Robin.
Oh. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, listen. Food test.
Leah Remini, by the way, is a friend.
Oh,
If you're gonna burn her,
I wasn't. I was saying she's the one person who can.
You know what?
She
she
can
is
shed
the
a
Leah-
lot of
she
light.
is the Leah Remedy
Yeah.
for Dianetics.
Yeah.
She though has cast a lot of light on petty wedding grievances, and I think she's gonna blow the whole thing wide open.
Was there a lot of that to her story? I need
She
to read
was
it.
upset because Jalot and her were dear friends.
Jalot.
Tim Cruise,
And she
and
was
Cat
Jalot.
were
She
getting
was married
married.
to Ben Affleck, or she was
Oh, yeah,
dating Ben
yeah.
Affleck, and then she got together.
She
with
was close friends with J-Lo?
McAntony.
Leah Remini was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So says Leah.
And
Yeah.
Leah was on King Queens.
Yeah. So she brings Jalot to the wedding of Tim Cat,
Whoa.
which was Tim Cruise in Dawson Creek. And they get married, and she wasn't allowed to sit next to Jalot. So she
Whoa.
left the church.
That's what caused her to leave?
There's other details, but let's gloss over them.
I got a ticket on my
From the
doorstep that
Scientologist.
invited me to become a Scientologist.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Have you done it before?
They wouldn't take us.
They wouldn't. They
no,
weren't interested.
we were so down.
You had the door
Yeah.
slammed in your face so many times.
I said, I will give you whatever to get me off cocaine. And they said, pass.
No, he said, we will disavow therapy. We will disavow all others. We forsake. We will give you all of our money for classes. And they said, no, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
It was, they said that. They said,
was-
this is a first.
It was very hurtful. It was very hurtful.
You got a little of the old turn down service. Food test.
test.
Sardines.
Con.
Pro.
You're right. Pro.
Depends on what kind of sardines.
That's true too.
Too
sometimes even thinking about
Don't
sardines
indulge
is
him.
disgusting.
Well,
But
sure.
they are like high in protein,
Look,
low
if
in
I
fat.
was doing a Nickelodeon game show, that'd be a gross out word. You
Yeah.
know? We'd all gross out at that
yeah,
word.
but you'd secretly be snarfing them down
But
your.
secretly, I'd be backstage with the hot mustard and the Worcestershire and rustic bread, lathering a couple of sardines. And they go, buddy, the kids are here. Hide the sardines. They think it's a gross out
He
food.
goes out there and he breathes on the kids. 2 kids go to hospital.
Wait, is that what you really put on your sardines?
I
Hot
put
mustard
Hot mustard on rustic bread.
and Worcester?
No,
Oh.
I didn't say Worcestershire.
Yeah, you
You
did.
did
I
too,
did?
you
I meant to say
liar.
horseradish.
Liar.
I meant to say horseradish.
Okay.
Ooh,
A
horseradish.
hot
Oh, we
host.
live in that kind of world now where you pounce
Yeah,
on people's
Oh,
words,
yeah,
like
I
M.
do.
Richards.
All the time.
M. Richards working out material.
What about anchovies?
Pro.
Correct, but not the hairy ones on pizza. The
Nope.
marinated boquerones.
In a salad, I will take an anchovy.
I don't want to get into it. I feel like
it's
I'm
too
going to get it.
personal?
I feel like I'm going to get it from all angles if I talk about how I
Well,
feel
do you
about
have an
these
allergy?
things. I don't have an allergy to it.
People say that anchovy is the genius, but Richie Sambora did a lot of that work.
More so than anchovy? Richie Sambuca?
Look, John Anchovy wrote the songs, but Richie Sambarina was out there. I mean, just shredding on that Fender. Oh.
Did you know that Slish from Guns N' Roses is Jewish? It's one of the great prides.
Any other good ones? Natalie Portman, of course.
Oh, simply spectacular.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton is Jewish.
I wish.
Yeah. We know Bill Clinton.
Yeah, right.
We knew him.
We knew him.
When?
Early 70s, the political scene. We went down Lil Rock.
And we meet this guy. He goes, you guys love harassing fives? And we go, yeah, we're into that. And he goes, well, I like to harass fives. And we go, all right. We go out with
We
him.
rolled with Bill.
We rolled with him in the Troopers.
Yeah.
And did you smoke reefer with him?
He doesn't actually smoke reefer. That's not a lie. He didn't inhale, but he did eat with brownies when he was in college.
Oh.
And he did a lot of cocaine when he was governor, and his brother Roger sold cocaine. And this is all libel. But I
One
want to
time-
say something that we're very pro-Hillary. We love
We
Hillary
love
Clinton.
Hillary.
But let's not
Do you
ignore
like
that.
Hillary?
Let's not ignore that guy's a coked
wanna
up
know the
groper
truth?
of women.
The truth is that I honestly think that all politicians are such liars that it's
What?
hard for me to be excited about any of them.
Name
You know,
one
that's the kind of
example.
thing that we hope that we get a talk back on when we're doing in
The
Washington,
call-outs.
D.C. What are the dates we're there? Where are we at?
February 14, the Warner Theater.
That's Valentine's Day. You guys don't take that off to be with your lovers?
No.
A lot of old memories, you know?
Yeah.
We try to stay busy on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Do you have girlfriends?
Yeah.
We've loved and lost, you know?
We've learned and lost.
But
and
so
laughed
do you
and
have
laughed.
an actual physical girlfriend?
Currently, no. We're tremendous bummers to look at.
You know, do you think England, of course, is on an on-and-off again with Inertia Bernstein?
My dear former girlfriend, Inertia Bernstein. And the problem with Inertia is once she gets moving, you cannot get her to rest. But when she is at rest, you cannot get her in motion.
Oh, gosh.
And, you know, I'm looking to meet somebody.
He does Tindy.
You do?
Yeah.
What ratio of women do you... I don't know what...
Close. How many times a week do I close?
Sure.
Twice.
That means you have sex with them, or that means you close a window in the app?
Both.
But we saw a billboard today on Sunset that said Tinder chlamydia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
So
Scary.
it is scary. You know, you go on
you could
Tinder,
get a-
you're going to get chlamydia.
Have you ever got a late in life STD? That always seems so tragic.
Oh,
I
sure.
have dormant STDs that pop up every once in a while.
They're
Like little bursts of memory.
But it's nice when we're in LA because when we do the rental car, we can go drive. We're in the HPV lane, so we can always drive faster.
Which everyone should be in because everyone has HPV.
That's like a carpool lane?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's like a carpool for genital warts and
Right.
urethra.
It's
I
a,
feel
it's
like
a,
people
it's a
would be
carpool
embarrassed
lane.
to go into that lane so there
Well,
would be
for
no
d-
traffic. If you
For
go into
dudes,
this
there's
lane...
almost no cons. For women in the HPV lane, it's a real fucking battle.
Oh, gosh.
What about Chelsea?
Yeah.
What about peanut butter jelly?
I love it. But I'll tell you what, I like jam more than jelly.
What kind of jam?
Any kind of berry. I love strawberry, raspberry.
I don't like blackberry. I never got into it.
blackberry's a little sweet.
I
and
don't find. I
intense.
find it like, okay, I don't mind you being here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're not adding.
You're a little dark and a little intense, a little swarthy.
Right.
You know what I like? Peanut butter anchovy.
Ew.
Because I'm pregnant.
Oh my god.
Or do it when you do a peanut butter Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Where you smear peanut butter on your dongus and Bon Jovi licks it off. Do we have a caller?
It's so. Hello.
Yes.
This is a new thing we're doing where the callers sound like they're 500 miles away.
Nice. I'm into it.
You're killing it.
Sets a lot of distance.
Is it going to sound like this in the final product?
Hope not. Do I really sound that far away?
Can you hear the sad story that my tech guy is telling? The yarn.
Dustin.
Another tale.
Another tale from Dustin the Martian.
Dustin, I'm
what am I,
diamond
man?
over here.
This is a freaking pointless exercise in futility.
Well, if you can tolerate me sounding so far away, I kind of had a food test for Gil and George, if they're up for it.
Go for it.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Light chunk tuna.
Light chunk?
Light chunk tuna.
Yeah. Light chunk tuna.
I'm in. Can I revise that for you?
Sure.
Tuna in oil.
Do you prefer tuna in oil to tuna in water?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Why?
It's smoother.
8 days a week, we prefer it.
And it's easier to swallow,
Right.
right?
There's actually a really good tuna you can get with extra. It comes in the can with extra virgin olive oil and dill.
You're so nervous talking to us.
And
you can't even
so
believe
you
it.
like an Italian tuna. You think of yourself as a bit of a fousey?
You know, we're not talking about Italian tuna on, at the villa in Ravello. We're talking about tuna salad in a tub at the grocery.
Yeah, this is in a can. Believe it or not, you can actually crack the can open, and even the non-tuna enthusiasts will love it. It's extra virgin olive oil, dill. I think it's Bumblebee, and it's like a yellowfin tuna, so it's even better
Bumblebee?
than like albacore.
What's
I think it's
bumblebee
Bumblebee.
tuna? Is that like bubble tea?
So Bumblebee.
I just put a lot of money in bubble tea. Just now.
That's good because I've invested in big straws.
Bubble tea. Bubble tea. Bubble tea.
Real
Bubble,
question.
bubble tea.
Real question.
Yeah.
What is the plan with the organic almond butter with the oil on top? And we stir in the
that's-
oil. It's intolerable.
It
I
is.
hate it so much.
I know.
The whole can gets oily.
Yeah.
In perpetuity, it's
Yeah.
a slippery can.
And it's always a remixing issue, and it's
What are you-
so hard.
Now we're supposed to put like a spoon right in and churn.
In fact,
till
someone
it
should
mixes up?
sell like a little mechanical implement that stirs it for you.
They should. Well, they shouldn't sell it. They should buy it and then process the almond butter and sell it to us.
Well, I have to say there are some that are softer and more mixed than others.
Sure.
And you got to find the right brand because some of those brands out
But
here are
most
freaking
of these
joke.
glass jar brands with the raccoons on them, you open it up, and it's like ectoplasm on top.
Do you try to get glass jars for the health benefit of not using
I
plastic?
do try to shop organi,
Yeah.
don't you just
and I
make
do origami too.
Oh.
My doctor advised.
Are you guys sure you understand what doctors are?
A doctor is
A person.
a Native American. Well, you go first.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure that they don't prescribe you to eat pastrami sandwiches and do origami.
What? Then where are we going then?
I have
George?
no idea.
What's a guy? You
What's
got
a
a
guy
leak
who-
in your building or something, and you call downstairs, and the doctor comes up. Who's that? Is that a doctor?
That's the super doctor.
Super doctor.
I think you guys should start taking pictures on your phone of the people that you encounter and where so that you have a better way to remember things.
Right. well,
There's due to some settlements, I can't photograph anyone anywhere anymore.
What?
Due to a settlement,
I heard you.
right? And it's open, by the way. The papers are out there.
It's all on public record.
It's all on that website that I'm blanking on. That
Making a Murderer.
Smoking Cannon. SmokingGun.com.
Smoking Gun. Oh.
Right.
Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer. You think he did it?
What?
Stephen Avery.
Oh, Stephen Avery Smith?
No. Who's that?
He's the guy on ESPN. Stephen Avery Smith.
Do you guys not have Netflix?
We got a video of Netflix from Gil's daughter.
My daughter VHS
But we
is
saw
off
Make
of the
Murderer.
TV.
We saw Make Murderer.
You did see it?
Mm-hmm.
And did you think he was guilty or not?
I think he should have been found not guilty. Who knows what happened that day in that beautiful home.
But then why should he be found guilty? You have to
He
prove.
should be found not guilty, I said.
No. You said the not part so fast.
That's a
Not
lot
guilt.
of... Because when I've been a jury
Yes.
foreman, they complain about that.
Yeah, maybe
They
you
go,
could have cost
you
someone
were
a
also
vote.
just-
I've cost people their lives. Because I
But
was
this is the
I go,
crazy
ladies
thing
and
is-
gentlemen, and they just say, don't say ladies and gentlemen, just read the
Yeah.
verdict. I go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to court, and we find this guy not guilty,
And they think it's guilty.
and they think it's guilty.
Right. But
And-
luckily it turned out that he wasn't a jury foreman, he was a George foreman. And
He was confused about where he was again?
I also did
Oh
a.
my
I was on the
gosh.
J jury, and I was trying to do a Wins World where I go, this guy is not guilty,
Not.
Oh, my
But
God.
it-
but then he said guilty again.
I said, this guy. I wanted to go, this guy's not guilty, not. But in the confusion, in the Wins World I was trying to do, and in the climate in L.A. at that time, OJ walked, and I'm sick over it.
It
Yeah.
must have been an emotional time.
For the families, so emotional.
And for you, if you were caught up in that trial.
No, I meditate, so I walk away clean.
How long did you participate in that trial?
In that trial, I was an alternate, and I elbowed my way to foreman. And I was there 13 months.
And this
Oh
is
my
all
God.
this was all done out of our apartment in New York.
Yeah, I did it via one of the first satellite hookups.
Huh. That just doesn't sound likely.
Well, right. That's what because we told him that it was a satellite hookup. It was just a
An old
one of those
shoe and-
instant cameras, one of those instant
Oh
film
my
cameras.
God! You just took pictures of yourself
Yeah.
during the OJ trial in your apartment.
And I tried to follow it as best I could in the papers. And then I showed up on decision day, and I weighed in hard.
Outside the courthouse in New York.
I went to Los Angeles,
And he
and
got
I
in.
got in the room.
He knew a guy. Osiri.
Oh, Siri?
Yeah, a guy
Guy
Osiri.
Osiri.
a young manager at the time. Pulled string.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Pulled string. He got on the Oche trial right at the end.
Oche?
The Che trial.
The Oche trial, the eighth
And
trial.
ladies and gentlemen, the band finds him guilty.
That is, I mean,
Guilty.
that's a huge, huge thing.
What I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I changed the course of history. But we move forward.
Listen, speaking of changing the course of history, I was cuddled up with my fiance, Knowles.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Have you ever been married?
Oh,
3 times.
Three
yeah.
times. myself.
That's always discouraging for a
All
newlywed.
3 of my wives died on the same staircase in the same way.
Are you sure?
As if almost
I'm sure.
charmed, I'm sure.
Wonderful.
And I've been,
That's not wonderful.
I've been
Wonderful,
married
wonderful.
3 times as well, and I always take my wife's name.
And
My-
so how
my-
many names? You've had 3 different last names?
Yeah, my maiden name is Cosby. I'm Gil. My maiden name, my given name is Gil Cosby.
And he was Gil Boozler for a while.
I was. Gil
You were
Boozler.
with Elaine Boozler?
No, this
different
this
Boozler.
chick Robin Boozler, and she was a real cracker. And then I, of course, changed it to Gil Fernwood. I was married to a beautiful woman named Lucille Fernwood.
She was so old. I hated her hands.
I love her name though.
She was so old though. I hated going to a house, and I
Yeah.
hated her hands.
Yeah.
And if she touched food, if she made me food, I was grossed out.
You know, it's funny because I remember being in your apartment
Right.
briefly. You
Right.
guys always kind of pushed me out the door. I don't know what you didn't want me to see, but you really seemed to not want me to
We
look
wanted
around.
to get baked and make frozen chicken nuggets in the oven. That's all we ever wanted to do.
You just seem like such a rascal.
Well,
You know, we thought you'd roast us. We
I've
thought you'd
calmed
roast
down.
us.
I've calmed down a lot.
Right.
But
Like, would you take a friend's phone and do stuff with it?
me personally,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you're a rascal.
I mean, you know, old habits die hard, but for the most part, I'm very mellow now, very loving, kind person.
You are. You're very nice to your dog who's eating a steak dinner with a knife and fork right now. And he's wearing sweater.
He's wearing one of those hats that's like pill hat with like a tassel coming off of it.
Like he's a little dog stripper.
Yeah.
Like he's a little stripper.
No, like he's a cleric.
Birdie cleric.
But anyway, and I just remember there was a sort of a musk and stench coming out of your apartment that I was always curious about.
You.
Yeah, the 73rd Street one, yeah.
Yeah, it was this really strange smell. And sometimes even like if I'm walking down an alley and there's an open hot garbage can or there's like, it's like a breeze comes through. It's like I remember.
Right. Well, we had the couch against. You remember that wall that I painted?
Yeah.
And so it didn't quite go all the way to the top.
And it didn't dry almost ever.
Didn't dry at all. And we finally moved the couch, and Ray Liotta was behind there. And I said, Ray. I go, they're looking for you, buddy. He said, who is? I go, everyone's looking for you.
Yeah.
And I think that between him and, you know, just moisture in the apartment.
I think the cats in the neighborhood got wind that we were the place to dump the rats.
But did you what?
There was a hole in the wall that the neighborhood cats heard, this is the spot. If you want to go dump your dead rats, do it in Gil and George's wall. So there was a build.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
And I did think it was weird that paint never dried. I mean, it was like almost like mildewed from underneath it or something.
Well,
It was tacky to the touch. I mean,
Yeah, I was trying to make stucco, but I blew it. I was painting over popcorn.
I never did like it when people try to make their walls look antique.
You don't like
Antique cow.
You don't like it? You know, like that pastique. It's what's it called?
You know, like sometimes people will take looks like they took a wet rag, dipped it in some like reddish paint, and then like sponge it all over the wall to look
Right, like a piece,
dress
like a shellacked piece of canvas.
Or if you go
to look
We
ancient.
spent the whole day today at Universal City Walk because we're in town. We want to see what's good.
Did you hit the sock store?
No, I got in a fight with a minion and I was gone.
And then because he thought it was a big tic tac. George tried to eat the minion because he thought it was a tic tac.
Oh my
But
god!
before we left, we went Book Beppo.
Oh, that place is not that great.
Yeah, but they got those old looking walls.
They have that there.
Murals. They got murals.
I don't like that. Something about it really bugs me especially in LA where nothing's old. I mean, you guys live in New York. There's old stuff there.
There is, yeah. There's some, some great landmarks.
Yeah, LA feels newer, so it's weird that people are obsessed with trying to make their houses look like ancient temples.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
This is the first house we've been allowed in.
Well, I told you I owed you a favor. I don't go back on my word.
That's right, because Chelsea borrowed our shopping cart and
Our grocery cart.
and then we had that plastic check bag that
It's harder to lug around.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, I think I started to talk about this, but I didn't get to complete it, that you were recently guests on The Bachelor.
Bachelor Live.
Did you have a lot of interaction with Chris Hardwick?
Chris Harrison.
Oh.
Well, what about Chris Hansen? We've had some interactions with Chris Hansen,
There's
too.
so many Chris hosts. If your name is Chris, be a host.
That's what
I mean,
we keep
Chris
saying.
Hansen.
That's what we keep
We've
saying.
also worked with Chris Hansen
And
on a
we were-
matchmaking type show.
Oh my God, you two are just.
And then we also worked with Chris Cross.
One of them's gone.
I know. The other one.
Oh, you worked with him
Yeah,
recently.
you better turn your clothes around or you're going to fall down dead, buddy.
So Chris...
Yeah. Chris Hansen.
No, the guy for The Bachelor.
Chris Harrison.
Chris Harrison. B. Harrison.
Chris Harrison, was he cool? Because I find him a little bit, when I watch this show, sometimes I'm like, I just wish he could be a little more disparaging.
He was so cool. It was so cool. He was like, you guys are just like me. We're all shbiz. He was so cool, so down to earth. Great hang.
Did you take pictures together? Take pictures?
Yeah, we took some pictures on Instagram.
Yeah. And there's some great comments if you want to go on Instagram.
Were there comments?
What were the comments like?
Some
I didn't know
really
that there
positive
comments.
feedback.
Did the
We got a lot
Bachelor-
of great feedback.
I haven't heard
Because
these. Did we get
they-
any feedback?
They have a very specific fan base, The Bachelor. So I'm
I want to
curious.
spike hard this year, Kevin Hart style. So, what was the?
Are you a comedic rock star?
Comedy rock star shit.
We're sort of
Couple
spoken word theater just fusion.
This is a couple. My daughter printed these out and sent them to me.
The comments on
Yeah.
his... Okay.
This was a good one for Chris. I love you, Chris, but those two are the most awkward experience in my life in the Bachelor Nation. I have no idea who
Wait,
those
someone
two
spent
guys
their
were.
life in the Bachelor Nation?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
but,
they seceded, and it's a war betwixt the states.
okay, let's see. That was so bad.
What did they? What is this?
Always watch, but had to turn them off.
What?
Don't think these guys went over well.
Ugh.
Oh, so not herself judging, just an opinion.
Other people
feeling
probably
like
didn't.
they didn't go over well.
Not
I'm
impressed with
impartial.
not impressed with those two.
Not
Maybe-
impressed.
Maybe I'm just too old.
You are, honey. Bye bye.
Let's see. Worst guests ever.
What?
May never watch the show again.
Oh,
Just
my God.
Don't
meeting
take it out on
those
the
two
show.
Last two guys, stupid.
Stupid? Who's stupid?
This is a
If I'm
good one.
so dumb, how
Wait,
come I
this
smoke
one's nice.
cigs?
I think this one's nice. Sorry, I don't get those two morons. Maybe it's a really bad joke that I missed, or maybe people really
So,
think they're
to be-
funny.
so,
I hated it.
To be fair, maybe it's just a really bad joke that I missed. You hated it.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
I hate
anyone
you.
love it? Did anyone say anything positive?
Some of
Yeah.
the crew backstage made eye contact.
Did Paul F. Tompkins like you guys?
We know Tall F from the Philly scene. We were into the real Philly soul back in the 70s.
Okay.
And he was a little kid then. We would drive by him on the.
You remember him?
We drove by him on, because he went to these Catholic schools. We go, hey, you want to sniff a life? You want to sniff a cocaine?
Oh, this is nice. This one's good.
And we sold cocaine to a very young Paul F.
Tompkins. Yeah.
Oh my God! Is he
Yeah.
still on the?
No.
He's clean.
He had a good head on his shoulder.
He's clean, which is a bummer for us. They ruined it. Please don't bring them back.
Was that the positive comment?
Yeah.
Because of the please. Because a lot of these are, the imperative.
Oh, this one's mixed.
Okay.
Those two were awful, terrible, total disaster.
Total disaster.
They talk like we talk. Awful, terrible, total disasters. Well, I must say, it was not a disaster. That went according to our plan.
Did you get some new followers on? Are you guys on social media?
At Oh Hello Show.
But
At Oh Hello Show. Real tour dates, everyone. Real tour dates.
we're
San
gonna go to
Diego.
Chicago.
No, let me do them in order, idiot. San Diego,
Whoa.
Boston, Washington, D.C., San
Washington?
Francisco, Chicago.
What are the dates for San Francisco?
San Francisco will be February 29. Mar 1. Mar 2.
No. This is actually very positive, I think.
Okay, good.
Dina Loves Price writes, probably the worst thing to happen on Bachelor history.
I don't think she watched Juan Pablo's season.
Ooh, made you assess this, Rose?
Hold on. I got.
I mean, do they ever get a bachelor who's not milk toast?
I think Ben H is not milk toast.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. I think he's fine.
That's what milk toast is.
No, milk toast is.
Let's look up milk toast.
Yeah, look it up.
Classic way
I
to
don't
end
like that
arguments.
it's spelled
Or start them.
MILQUE. I think it should be spelled MILK toast.
I love
Milky
I
toast.
love that it's spelled MILQUE.
No, because I picture a piece toast with milk on it.
Oh my God, this definition is so. It's like one of the comments on your guy's appearance. A very timid, unassertive, spineless person, especially one who is easily dominated or intimidated. A milquetoast who's afraid to ask for a raise. I have to say, I didn't
thought it
realize
meant like a boring
Yeah,
looking
me too.
person.
I thought
I
it
didn't know
meant-
they were so afraid of raises.
Yeah, I thought it was more like someone who's vanilla.
Yeah.
I thought it was when you put bread into the toaster and then poured milk in it and then drank it all out.
That's French toast.
I thought you do that with Diet Coke. You do it
no,
with milk.
that's his thing.
Oh.
He does
What,
bag,
wheat bread in D.C.?
He does
No, that's
bag
me.
bread.
What are you
He
talking
does-
about? Wheat bread in D.C.? No, that's me.
I do milk in a toaster with
Water.
bread in it, and then no water.
When you
No
go
word
into
there.
a meeting and they say, "Can I get you saying a drink?" What do you ask for?
A bowl of pasta.
I do milk toast. I do get toasted milk bread and I pour it all together, and then I mush it up and I drink it slow, gloppy.
Ew, why are you guys so into that texture?
What, wet bread?
Like just stuff that you'd like eat. It would be like, glug, 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 glug.
Yeah, it's a gloppy.
Yeah.
It's a gloppy sound.
You must love a clam
Clam hat?
cream of clam soup.
You know
in
what
a,
I love?
in a
You know
bread
what
bowl.
I would do, honestly,
bread bowl.
if I was facing death and they said you have one meal, warm milk with scallops.
Ew.
That is
That's a person.
that
mean,
really
just like-
happened.
person we saw.
That really happened.
My dear friend Gil really was in a restaurant and saw
No,
a guy.
yeah, it's so crazy.
What are you talking
I'll
about?
tell you about it.
You get like a glass of warm milk.
I
and
want to
Sure.
save that for something else.
Okay, never mind.
So milk toast doesn't, I consider myself somewhat intelligent, and every time I think I know what a word means, I feel like I'm wrong.
Have you ever gotten milk toe?
Have you ever had your IQ taken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
85.
That's horrible.
No, it's good.
That's very bad.
That's a B.
That's very bad.
It's a B.
Out of 100, that's a B.
It's not out of 100.
An 85, when you get a test and you get your score and it's an 85, that's a B.
It's a B.
Yeah, but unfortunately the IQ test is on a different scale.
Wait, you put it on one of those electric scales?
Did you ever get yours taken?
Yeah, I'm 140.
Oh, that's
So
pretty good.
I'm bored by everything. I have to make life a game.
What about you, Chelsea?
I've never done it. I'm curious what it is.
I bet you think you've got a high IQ.
I hope I do.
I bet you do.
But
I
don't
bet
think-
you do.
I don't
you're
honestly-
so smart.
I'd be curious because I don't really think it would probably be like I think it's like it would probably be a bummer to do it.
I think it would be a bummer too.
Yeah.
I was joking before. I got my IQ tested.
Tasted?
Yeah, I got my IQ tested, and it was
It tasted like bread.
I got my IQ back, and it was a piece of macaroni. But like a big piece, not like this crappy Kraft macaroni. Like when you go to a restaurant, you get
No,
macaroni.
I want box macaroni.
Right. I like box macaroni.
Me
Do you
too.
like
My favorite
Kraft
food.
or Annie's?
I like
Both.
Annie's now.
Both. I like Annie's white cheddar with shells, and I put
I put 2
plain
packets
yogurt
in,
instead of
sorry.
milk.
Look at you. Is
And
that health?
You put 2 packs?
Oh, when I get the
Annie's?
liquid Annie's cheese.
Oh,
you know
liquid.
that box?
I do the
You know
one
the
that's
spruce
powder.
cheese?
Yeah.
Right. If I do powder, I also do 2-pack powder.
But
You
then
like
you
it
have
cheesy.
one pasta you just throw away?
I waste food.
That's crazy.
It's not that crazy. It's just
That's
wasteful.
crazy.
General.
Yeah, well,
That's
he'll
crazy.
also pour it into my bed as a prank.
Or
Dry
I'll make him a
pasta?
picture, or
Pasta,
I'll
yeah.
glue it to a construction paper
That's
as a welcome
cool.
home.
And paint it.
Yeah.
He paints it red.
Glitter, I knew right away in school glitter was a problem, that it gets all over everything, and I stopped working with it as a medium early. Very young when I
And you
realized I
stuck
didn't
to
like
that?
glitter. Never liked glitter. Hated dumping glitter on white.
What about
glue?
the movie Glitter?
Well, that I know. That
I'm pretty
invest
sure
in.
I cried during Glitter.
Yeah. You
And-
like Mary Carey?
Is that porn star?
I don't
Mary
know.
Carey?
Well, Mary Carey, the singer.
Oh,
Who was
Mariah
married
Carey.
To, yeah, she was married to Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I'm interested in her.
You like Nick Cannon?
Mm. Yeah.
What about Nick Cage?
You know, I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't care about anyone anymore.
I don't either. And
Yeah.
I'm also
And I
waiting.
used to be someone who liked to
Liked
meet
or
people.
disliked it. Yeah.
No, but also, look at that. This person's right over there.
What
Yeah.
changed?
Well, he finally met Wallace Shawn.
Yeah. And I went, Wally! I rubbed his head. Get off me, get off me. And I go, come here. I put him in a headlock. Get off me, I'll call the cops. Fuck you. Punched him. Cops. Arrested.
And it just sort of, the magic
That was
was
such a
gone.
low moment.
And that was just the start.
And that was just the start. That was
Let me
Amy-
look up who that is to
That was
see if
Amy
I know.
Coote.
He was the neighbor on
He's-
Bill Cosby show.
He's also an established actor playwright who was in
Oh, I
Dinner with
see who this
Andre.
is.
I
You-
once had a dinner with Andres, but that wasn't a movie. Though it should have been.
He had dinner with Andre Dawson, who was a outfielder.
Yeah,
for the-
guys, smack him right over Wrigley Field, baby.
Do you ever look up people's net worth?
All the time.
Did you know
Mario
that Mario
Lopez
Lopez
has
is worth
$16 million.
Oh my God. That's crazy. I just looked up one of my comedian friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are bummers because it's like $800,000. And it's like,
but
who
they
cares?
also are not accurate.
No, this comedian ain't at $600,000.
Yeah. And he's got a bad hit shot.
That's about right.
Let's see.
That is, I'm pretty sure that is what,
Woo! Hey, does anyone aside from people in entertainment look up people on Celebrity Net Worth?
I think so, probably all the time.
Really?
Well, I don't see the number. Where is it?
5.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Love that.
I would hope more.
I have to pee so bad, and I have this whole time. 10-1, you know that expression?
Yeah, I find that equally embarrassing.
Yeah.
When they go, George is doing a 10-1. Everyone knows I'm taking a shit.
Hey, no, that's 10-2.
No, they actually...
10-2.
I never... I,
Oh, well, right. Who would say
who
I'm
would
doing a
say
10-2?
I'm doing a 10-2?
But it is
So
funny
10
if you do, because then it's like you get some
What?
real time.
What does it mean? I'm
P,
an actor.
P and poo.
10-1 is P.
Yeah.
10-2 is poo.
Yeah.
But I thought you were supposed to hold the steering wheel at 10-1.
Yeah, that's true, too. You can use numbers for lots of things.
Is that why I'm always got to pee when I'm driving?
I have to pee right now.
Are you driving?
Driving this podcast.
You are driving it straight to hell, baby.
Straight to the fucking...
Top of Capitol Records. The
What's your
coolest building?
What's your favorite podcast?
For me?
Oh, God.
For me, it's, I love that one. The 94.7 The Wave.
Who is that? I love that podcast.
What is that? That's great.
That's 94.7 The Wave.
What about I'm loving it?
That's
You know who I
McDonald's.
love? My favorite morning radio DJ? Big Boy.
With Tom and Mike?
Yeah, it's Big Boy.
What's he?
He's Los Angeles radio. He's Big Boy, and I saw the billboard. Big Boy smoothing, and because he was smoothing radio stations, and he's holding a moving box.
That's
So
a
they-
I'm
smart way.
interested in this La Raza El Raton thing that's happening.
What's that?
It's a big cartoon rat taking a bite out of the very letters, spelling his core letters. La Raza El Raton y Suvacion. It's something that I'm not a part of, I'm sure.
Are you guys thinking about going into radio?
Sure.
We were in radio. We were on
Really?
WNYC for years.
Oh.
For years.
Yeah.
For years we were in WMIC, and there were complaints they could smell our coffee breath through the airwaves.
Right.
And so we lost our show.
Because of
And I said, that's not on us. That's on the speakers. There's got to be a filter or something.
Yeah,
A
that's
coffee
ridiculous.
filter.
That's
'Cause
ridiculous.
If we don't have our coffee, then
Oh,
we're not
you don't
gonna
want to
be-
see me in the morning before I have my
Do you guys like
coffee.
morning sex?
Yeah. I like to get down on people in the morning.
Because
I
the
think, like-
downstairs can't smell your morning breath.
I went on this Axe tour with this comedian Nick Kroll
Oh, cool.
and Donald Glover, this rapper Donald Glover.
Yes.
Well, he's Baby Mafia now.
Is he?
He
His
changed
name's
his
Baby
name to Baby
Mafia.
Mafia.
No, he didn't. Did he? Okay, and then him and Whitney Cummings, and I feel like I remember Whitney Cummings having a joke about how she didn't like morning sex, and I thought, why? It's fun.
What do you think the answer is?
You know what's more interesting about this is that we signed an agreement to not make fun of Axe for 1 year, and that's long over.
Yeah, so let's lay into that.
You signed an agreement, Chelsea, to
not
not
do
make
it
fun
for
of
a year.
Exbody spray
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah.
And then
How quickly a year passes.
I know. It was a Lux tour, but a year did feel long in the midst
But
of it.
also, they knew in a year, Exbody spray jokes would be less good.
Yeah.
They also knew they were riding out the relevance.
But it was a Lux tour. We had a good tour
we had
bus.
I remember watching you guys on social media.
Were you jealous of how we were kind of, your old neighbor was skyrocketing?
Yeah, we were watching Chelsea. Remember that? They would print out stuff. Oh, look at Chelsea.
Yep.
She's at a college with these young hipster guys and
Right.
girls, and she's
Meanwhile,
throwing
we're
rich- she's-
wrapped around the block on 23rd in line at Gotham
yeah,
for this comic
trying to
standing.
do a brinker, and Chelsea meanwhile is throwing ranch dressing in a packet with tremendous accuracy.
That was, I hit Nick Kroll in the head with some ranch dressing. It was caught on film.
Yeah, I mean the guy turned out to be a real Caesar head. What do you put on a Caesar salad? Is it ranch dressing?
Eggs,
Don't move past whatever that
garlic,
said.
egg, anchovy,
Uh-huh.
Parmesan,
Uh-huh.
black pepper,
Uh-huh.
lemon.
Uh-huh.
Chelsea, do you prefer a meal that you've made over a meal that you've gone out to buy?
Frequently, I think if you eat out too much, you start to just, nothing sounds good. And
That's what I say to all the women.
I've never
Funny.
seen, you guys don't cook. Your whole kitchen's just like full of books and things, right?
I have books in the oven, yeah.
Sometimes we'll crumple up an old food section from the newspaper and pour water on it and see if it can be soup. It's like a clumpy dumplings. We call them clumpy dumplings.
I have these townhouse crackers.
Oh, okay.
And then, depending on what time it is, we'll have a chocolate mint.
We'll have an after eight.
Do you drink water ever?
Never, no.
No.
Never have.
It
I'll
shows-
drink
shows weakness.
I'll drink very light coffee.
And I'll do a seltzer, but I'm gonna add coffee to it.
You know, I read somewhere that it takes like 7 glasses of seltzer to be as thirst quenching as 1 glass of water.
I told myself that a nice diet Sprite warm is better than water all
Cold one.
day.
Yeah.
That's definitely not medically true.
I think it's true, though.
No, because the bubbles have oxygen, and that's
right.
what your body's
and you're
craving.
oxygenated. And that's what your body's craving, honestly.
I mean, you're backing each other up, but I don't think you're right.
Well, we'll be backing each other up in Chicago.
I have to pee so bad. We're going to have to end this, but I'll see if this call works. So
Yeah,
see
let's
if-
hear.
Ugh. Hello?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Can you shout at the top of your lungs?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Shout at the top of your lungs.
Shout.
Shout at the top. Okay, perfect. Ready?
Start talking now.
No, talking. Ask your question.
Is that too much?
Perfect.
Talk loudly and ask your question, honey.
That hurt me.
Hurt you? Grow up. Be a man. Be a man. What's your question?
What if I don't know. Hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Good. Great question. Can I
What's
ask you-
your mission
what's your-
statement for this?
Hey, what's your name, sir?
What's my name? It's Jason.
Jason. The food game. Jason. Greek yogurt? Greek yogurt, yes or no?
Greek yogurt, yes.
Correct.
Probiotic all the way.
Correct.
Jason, what were you calling about?
Hold on, just real fast, sound-wise, is it okay if I have you through the speaker? Does it affect you?
No, dude, you're already in a terrible connection.
Why would you
You're on
futz
a-
with
you're-
what's already so tenuous?
Hey, Jason. This is a
Jason?
ticking time bomb,
Call
baby.
over.
Call from Victoria.
Oh, now
Victoria.
you can hear, baby.
Victoria,
Yes.
Yes.
What's up?
do you like sauerkraut? Yes or no?
Sauerkraut. Oh,
This isn't a thinker.
That's how I. That's
I want to say no.
okay. Well, 'cause
Incorrect.
just so you know, when I go in the pool and someone and I ended up exposing myself to a bunch of people. Some people thought my schwanz was covered in sauerkraut
Ew, because your skin's just lumpy or something.
because my skin, my pubic hair is
Ew,
thick,
engorged into
thick
your
and
skin.
white and engorged.
The hair,
Ingrown.
the smell, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. This smells more like a pickle than like a sauerkraut.
This is George
Yeah.
St.
What's up? This is George.
George,
That's-
right?
I'm George.
And chimes, I'm sure I'm
And
Gil
Gil?
Faison.
Gil?
Yeah, Gil's here
Gil.
too.
I didn't touch it.
Gil is speaking. Got it.
This little dumb dog did
What'd
all
you
on
say
his own.
there?
Come here. Come here.
What did you say?
He shrieked.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I said that it's George and Gil, right?
It's George and Gil.
And
That's
you are
right.
chimed, I'm sure who?
Nice to talk to you.
This is just fucking bullshit.
What's your
This
name,
total-
sweetheart?
It's Victoria, and
Victoria,
it's
Victoria. Yeah.
Victoria, favorite movie of the year, honey.
What?
Favorite movie of the year.
Of the year. What's come out?
Ugh.
Oh,
Do your
you
fucking
you-
homework.
are so done.
You-
Get wise. Snort Ritalin. Get sharp. Be ready to talk. I could answer any question at any
George,
time,
favorite
Victoria.
movie of the year.
Crash.
It's like 10 years
year
is
are we
one
in?
for you.
Doesn't matter. I said something. I didn't repeat the last 3 words you said. Of the year.
If I knew I could just say anything and not answer the question.
You
That's
can,
right.
you
Oh,
smart ass.
Don't take a tone with me. I was a teacher for 20 years till I was disgraced. I know how to put students in line.
And I auditioned all the time.
I like how you're talking through this, Victoria, but we can't hear you.
Victoria,
All right, favorite
who's-
movie of the year.
Sisters.
Great.
Sisters, great.
Hey, Victoria, who's your favorite Victoria in pop culture?
Who's my favorite Victoria and what?
In pop
In pop
culture.
culture.
Victoria Jackson. Goodbye.
Victoria Beckham.
All right. Well, you're gonna get
You're gonna get a bobblehead.
you're gonna get a
doll.
special bobblehead and a bottle of Finlandia vodka, 2 tickets to see Yo Hello in San Diego.
Sporty Spice bobblehead doll and towel.
Dustin, can we hook Victoria up with one of our packages for today? It's a Finlandia vodka, a bobblehead of whoever you said.
A bobblehead of
because
whoever.
Victoria Beckham is a bobblehead. She's all head, baby.
Have to
Go.
10-1.
Well, this has
times
been
3.
so fun.
Times 3. This has been so fun, Chelsea.
Thank you for letting us do the podcast.
Listen.
Thank you for letting us stay in your home for the next couple weeks. Thank you for
I
coming
can't
and
have you
supporting
stay
us on the road.
in my home,
We're
but
going to be in Chicago. We're going to be in Washington.
Get them in order, for not as a joke. Get them in order. San Diego tomorrow.
what's your website?
ohhelloshow.com.
ohhelloshow.com.
That's
At
is that your
ohhello
jingle?
show.
ohhelloshow.com.
So check us out. Come to San Diego tomorrow night whenever this podcast comes out. Then we're going to be in Boston. Then we're going to be in Washington,
Horse and
D.C.
cheese is delicious.
Don't you make fun of the way I say things.
Herbed creme shell.
You like a boyson?
I do love it, but it gives you real garlic.
That's
breath.
fake nice.
I know.
Boyson is fake nice.
It is, but they sell it in France.
Yeah, but they also sell it at gas stations. It's fake nice.
You know, I had a great triple or double cream truffle cheese recently. Is that fake nice? You fucking
And then we'll
dick.
be.
That is not fake nice.
Then we'll be-
Hawaii is fake nice.
Oh my god.
Hashtag to us what you think is fake nice.
And then we'll be in San Francisco.
and we'll be in San Francisco.
Are you going to go get little dumplings, little soup dumplings?
We're going to go to a little office building that actually is a soup dumpling place down near the Embarcadero.
You know who I want to meet is the soup Nazi.
Oh, that's
my
an
God,
old reference.
I got to show you that episode. It is so funny, Shells.
It's a riot.
Chelsea, have you seen that episode, Sinfeld?
No, I've actually only heard tell of it. Why is the ring so loud and then the caller is whispering?
Because your callers are like on the street on a wind tunnel.
Something's wrong today.
And they're unprepared.
Listen, I got to pee like
Yeah,
you wouldn't
we are.
believe.
Let's all go to the bathroom.
Okay, let's
All
all go to
right,
the bathroom
thank you for...
Oh, hello, Charmed, I'm sure.
Oh,
Thank
hello,
you.
And
show.com, Charmed, I'm sure.
I just want your verbal confirmation that the favor I owed you has been repaid and we're even now.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
All right.
We're not going
Anywhere.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
the favor is repaid.
All right.
And now you owe us one for the podcast.